guacamole, holy guacamole. I just got hit by a car, and you're the one who swept me off my feet, pushed me in the street, left me in a coma. Guacamole me, guacamole you. I just got busted for drugs, and you're the one who sold me to the Fed, leaving me for dead, played me for a fool. Making guacamole, mix it in the bowlie. I just got mauled by a bear, and you're the one who covered me with honey. Thought it was so funny, how could you be so cruel? Take it. Officer Stromboli, I just got shot in the face, and you're the one who had the smoking gun. Love is just no fun whenever I'm with you. Guacamole coma, Yuma, Arizona. I just got hepatitis C, you were standing there with a syringe. How it makes me cringe, breaks my heart in two. Holy guacamole, lumpy, green and rolly. Baby, I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause even though I'm down upon my luck, I don't give a fuck, long as I have you.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Check. Checking the mic. Checking the mic. Testing. Help. Help. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Check. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Checking, 1, 2, 3. Help. Check, check. Hello everybody and welcome to Henry's Kitchen, where today I'm going to be teaching you how to make Lomo Saltado. Lomo Saltado is a popular traditional Peruvian dish, a stir fry, if you will, that typically combines marinated strips of sirloin or other beef steak. Today we'll be using a plant-based breakfast sausage with onions, tomatoes, French fries, and other ingredients, and is typically served with rice. I still have some rice left over from Indian food a couple weeks ago, so we're going to use that. If it's older rice, it's actually easier to manage. This dish originally as a part of the chifa tradition. The Chinese, in the Chinese cuisine of Peru, though its popularity has made it part of the mainstream culture. I noticed there were a couple people here subscribing. I want to give a shout out to Audrissa, has resubscribed, as well as Microsoft XL. Resubscribed, and CJack007, Generating Godseed, resubscribed for 6 months. Thanks, Generating Godseed. Salix211 has resubscribed. Ursilla. Bray's wife just subscribed. KujBZ. Maynard just subscribed. Thanks, Maynard. Mr. Vun. Dignity Level just resubscribed. Valerie Yelps. Fuzzy Name. And Corv Pakarin. And Mr. Blister. I remember that name. So we got a lot of fun stuff on tap today. We're going to be making this delicious... Sahara Destruction just gifted 1 sub. Thanks, Sahara Destruction. If I'm not mistaken, Sahara Destruction has her own channel and is the one who made that awesome face swap of my Volume 2 cookbook. Jacoby just resubscribed. Okay. Oh, Huckley just gifted 3 subs. Thanks, Huckley. I want to say that I'm overwhelmed with the amount of subscriptions and cheers and bits and donations that everybody gave for my birthday episode the other day. My promise to you, thanks, Game Master Flash just gifted 5 subs. Thanks, Game Master Flash. That's very kind of you. And Anonymous just gifted Henry Wiener 69. Harry Wiener 69. Some subs. So thank you very much. I always like to put whatever you put into it back into the production. So that's what I've done. I have a monitor. Now this, I still have to figure this out, and I'm probably going to have Quanto. Thanks, CJack007 just gifted 5 subs. I'll probably have Quanto, my technical advisor, help me figure this out. I still have my gaming laptop PC, which is what I'm reading all the comments and stuff on. But I do have a big monitor where I can read the song lyrics to the songs. So, and it's pretty large. It takes up probably half of the kitchen. I'll try to figure out how I can reverse it so that you can see it. But in fact, Quanto said the sub-alert sound is quiet. Either turn up on your PC or switch the advanced audio properties to monitor and out. Oh yeah, I don't know how much you guys want to see of this technical stuff, but I have this new monitor, and the sound is now coming out of that monitor, and I don't know what to do about it. So that's why it's a different configuration there. Huckley says you don't deserve anything less. Thanks, Huckley. Double-edged board. How was your birthday? It was fantastic. Okay. Toke my nuts. Just subscribed. I watched the new Weird Al biopic, Weird. The Weird Al Yankovic story, and it was amazing. It was not only very funny, but I had no idea what an interesting life that he's led, and it was great to see it depicted on screen, along with amazing cameos and depictions of characters like Dr. Demento. But again, I think it's historically accurate, and they always exaggerate a couple of things, but for the most part, it's a very accurate, well done biopic, and very funny. So Astro Wrath the Grim says you're looking handsome. Thank you very much. This is a shirt that I got in Napa Valley. I didn't buy it, but somebody liked my shirt. I had a jersey from a band called Zebra that I liked a lot when I was in my teens, and this person liked my shirt so much, he said he didn't have money to buy it from me, but he said he'd trade it. So he traded this shirt, which I think is a polo. It was kind of an odd thing. We exchanged shirts in the alley behind a brewery. Everyone type Forsen says, just got fired from my job as a set designer. I left without making a scene. That's good. Yeah, you don't want to make a scene when you lose a job, especially as a set designer. So thanks everyone type Forsen. Astro Wrath the Grim says, you're looking handsome. Oh, I already read that. Thank you. Let's see. Pre-Bucket says, have you seen Drawnon's news report about you? No, I haven't. I have not. But that sounds very interesting. Drawn-ons. Microsoft XL. Hey, they say that a sharp knife goes where you want it to. Okay. But a dull knife goes where it wants to. Do you think that's because dull knives weren't disciplined enough? It sounds like it. I think there was a time when discipline was a valued thing in society, and I don't think it is anymore, but I think that's a good thing. I want to thank Kalamazoo Dog for resubscribing, and Avocado Halves, and Toke My Nuts, which I already did thank. So anyway, let's see. How can I solve this? I'm going to take a quick attempt here to solve this sound issue. And I hope I don't mess things up even more. Testing. Do you hear me now? Help! Help! Do you guys hear that? Check 1, 2. Check. Okay. Now, I think I fixed the problem. I'm not sure, but we're going to find out very shortly. And if we did, then this is a sign of improvement on my part. Okay. Prince Kenny just resubscribed for 2 months. Thanks, Prince Kenny. And also, I just found out that no, I didn't solve that problem at all. Maybe I don't know. I guess this is a job for Quanto if Quanto's there. I think Quanto might still be on his honeymoon, enjoying the country of Greece and eating spanakopita. Kalamazoo Dog says, has anyone seen roast beef? Yes, I do see roast beef. Let's check in on the roast beef cam. This is my cat, roast beef. Sleeping as usual. I've got kind of an aerial view going on. He's getting bigger, but he's getting later in his life. So as long as he has an appetite, I'm happy. Uh, I'll be honest with you, we haven't really been getting along super well. He's kind of fucked up a few of my streams, which is a drag. Um, Degree Scaffold said, looks like he's still loading. He's buffering. Oh, was there a technical problem there? Um, Boy, I hope I don't have too many technical problems here today. I'm trying to upgrade a lot of things. Right-click the audio bar, advanced audio properties, turn sub-alert. Oh, okay. All right, let's see if that works here. And turn sub-alert to monitor and output. I'm sorry. Okay. So maybe that did it. I don't know. Anyway, okay. Well, we've got a lot of work to do here today. So let's get started. Today we're going to be making a dish called Lomo Saltoda, which I believe I already told you about, but I want to say there's an interesting thing that happened. I was at a bar last night, which I don't do very often, but I met a couple of guys, one named Joe, and my apologies, but the other one I'm blanking on, but Joe is an easy one to remember. Okay. And thanks Kalamazoo Dog for subscribing. But the other gentleman told me about Lomo Saltoda, and that's where this dish comes from. So I did a little bit of research on it, and I found out that it's not too hard. Let's start by taking a look at some of our ingredients. Oh, sorry, that's still the roast beef cam there. Okay, so as you can see, there's quite a bit of ingredients that we've got. We've got some frozen French fries. I couldn't get real French fries, but we'll do frozen. Oh, that's a good point. First step on this is we need to preheat the oven to 425 degrees. I don't want to forget that because then we're sitting around for 20 minutes. Okay? So let's get back here. Okay, so we've got one 16-ounce package of frozen French fries. We're going to have 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, otherwise known as liquid fluid, 1 pound beef tri-tip, which we do not have, but I found this plant-based breakfast sausage. We're going to sort of have that stand in, if you will, for our meat. Somebody, and I'm sorry I can't read the name there, but because it looks like it's in a different language, but asked, why wasn't the oven just already on? Aren't you supposed to leave it on? You can leave it on all the time. I haven't been because it's been warm here in Southern California, but probably in the evening I'll turn it on, whether I'm cooking or not. Meister Egghart just resubscribed. So did Linda Jed 8. So thank you, Linda Jed 8. Poop 27 just subscribed. That's awesome. And let's see what's going on here. Salt and pepper to taste. I've got my salt and pepper. 1 large onion. I tried to find Greek onions, but I can't find them to save my life. I guess it's probably because it's an international product. 3 large tomatoes. I only have 2, unfortunately, because I misread the recipe when I was shopping. Dacne just subscribed. Thanks, Dacne. 1 red hot chili pepper. I only have a yellow chili pepper that I was able to find. So hopefully a yellow chili pepper is okay, but it's still supposed to be hot, I guess. 1 cup of white cleaning vinegar. This is the kind of stuff that you're going to clean your Keurig coffee machine with, or maybe your kitchen counter or whatever, but that's going to go in our recipe. We also want 1 dash of soy sauce to taste, and I'm sure I can find a packet of soy sauce somewhere. And then we also want 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley. I don't have parsley, but I've got Rosemary Pricks, which is probably going to be just as good or maybe even better. So let's start going through our steps here. Preheat the oven to 425 degrees. We've already done that. Computer Japan says your supermarket sucks. Yeah, I think I'm inclined to agree with that. I've gone in there and gotten, well, you guys remember I got potatoes and they were shrink wrapped, and I opened them up and they were like some purple color or something. So there's all kinds of problems there. Big fan of Jeff Goldblum says, why do recipes rarely call for post-heating your oven? Have you experimented with such techniques in the kitchen? Post-heating? Yeah, well, that would be when you're done with the dish and there wasn't any oven involved, but you turn on the oven afterward. Not a terrible idea, and I'm sure it does happen in some of the more advanced culinary circles. Cycrol says, does allspice include herbs as well? No, that's a different product called All Herbs. And Wazo, or how do you determine if the onions are Greek? It's usually just on the label. Wazo asks if I speak Greek as well. No, I do not. I do not at all. Dignity level, when you say salt and pepper to taste, how much is that exactly? That's a great question. Almost every recipe says salt and pepper to taste. I don't know if they want you to taste it while you're putting it in there, but what I usually do is I do a pinch. I guess they mean in order to taste it, you're going to need salt and pepper or something like that. I don't know, but that's always been very confusing to me. And I also hate it when you're making pasta and it says cook for 10 to 12 minutes. Why don't they just say 11 minutes? It's right in between the 10 and the 12. You have to do math. And I think the reason they do these things is because they want to cut amateurs out of the kitchen and have a little special code for elite kitchen people to be the only ones who know how to cook. And I'm not down with that. That's why I became a cooking explainer. I want to make sure that everybody is able to do this stuff. So I'll try to decode some of their language as much as possible. But yeah, salt and pepper to taste. Do a pinch, and that way you're going to taste it. And then if anything ever says cook for 18 to 20 minutes, go with the number in between, 19. If it says 15 minutes to 16 minutes, do 15 minutes and 30 seconds. Yeah. I want to read that. Idril Niven is says it's all big food conspiracy. Yeah, that's what it is. Super Potatoes 1989. Super Potatoes just gifted 5 tier 1 subs. Thanks, Super Potatoes 89. That's very kind of you. And Dacne and Poop 27. Linda Jed 8. Thank you, everybody. Okay, got a lot of work to do. Our second order of business: arrange French frozen fries in a single layer on an ungreased cookie sheet. I don't know why they want them ungreased, but let's go ahead and see how we can do that. Let's just move all these out of the way. and grab a cookie sheet. This, as you can see, is filthy. So I'm going to lay down a tin foil, or aluminum foil, I guess, because tin foil is politically incorrect apparently now. So we'll put the aluminum foil down. It says it wants it to be ungreased. I don't know why they would do that. So I have to decide. You know what I'm going to do? I've got a little bit of this organic canola oil. I'm going to put some of that down so it doesn't stick. And it wants us to put the French fries down. Probably won't need to use all of them. But you want to lay them out so that they have... Super Potatoes 1989 just gifted 10 subs. Thank you, Super Potatoes 1989. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing. You want to space each fry out so that it has time to breathe during the cooking process. The last thing you want is French fries that are touching each other. And this is a little bit of an OCD thing on my part, but I try to make it so that none of them are touching each other because you want them to have time to breathe, or room to breathe, I guess. I've got a little bit of an allergy situation right now, which sucks. But here, I'm going to put these back in the freezer. Okay. Looks like Super Potatoes 1989 just gifted a tier 1 sub to Cycrol. Very kind of you. Let's see here. I'm going to have to blow my nose. Okay. So, let's see what the next thing here is. It says, arrange frozen French fries in a single layer on an ungreased cookie sheet. We cheated a little bit with that. Bake in the preheated oven until light golden, maybe 22 to 24 minutes. So again, I'm going to ask some of you out there to see if you're paying attention. The recipe says that it wants it in there for 22 to 24 minutes. So how long are we going to put it in there? How long are we going to set the timer for? There you go, 23. Absolutely. Couple of people saying 26. No. There's an alarming number of wrong answers here. Somebody said 25. Free4563 says, is that 22 to 24 minutes on one side? No, I think they just mean overall. Chunky Buttons says 500 for 10 minutes. No, it's 23. It says put it in for 22 to 24 minutes. So you're going to pick the middle number. And if you're having a trouble with the math, you can always use Alexa. Alexa, put the volume on 10. Alexa, what is the number between 22 and 24?
The average of 22 and 24 is 23.
The average, yeah. Alexa, volume 8.
Oh, hi.
Too loud. Super Potatoes 1989 just gifted 5 subs. Thanks, Super Potatoes 1989. Too kind. And thank you. And okay, so it's time to put these in the oven. Alexa, set timer for 24 minutes.
24 minutes, starting now.
Okay. And meanwhile, Heat 2 tablespoons of oil in a frying pan over a medium-high heat. Season sliced beef with salt and pepper. Okay, so we got a lot of work to do. Hold on real quick. I'm going to have to borrow the roast beef camera. That's another thing on the list, guys, is I'm going to get another camera so I don't have to keep borrowing the roast beef camera for our overhead here. But hold on a quick second here. All right. This is our induction hot plate that we've been working with. I will say that we still have, unfortunately, a little bit of a corn syrup situation. When I made candy corns last month, I got corn syrup all over everywhere, and it turns rock solid, so that it's impossible to remove unless you heat it up in the oven, but then it's too hot to touch. So it's been a real clusterfuck trying to get this stuff out. So I did the best that I could, but there will be some corn syrup interacting with the dish that we're making today, and that's probably going to happen for the next several dishes, unfortunately, and there's not really much I can do about that. Oh, got it. Yeah, thanks, Quanto. The roast beef cam. So let's see here. You guys see it, but I don't, but it should have gone away right there. Did it go away? Yeah. Very cool. Once again, thank you to Quanto for abandoning his honeymoon every now and then to join us with technical service. That's really going above and beyond, I would say. Very cool. So, let's see what the next thing is. Wow, Quanto says that there's 1K subs, is that right? That's fantastic. We just hit 1K subs. That's been a goal of mine for a long time. Does it say that somewhere on the Twitch? That's really cool. Purple donut filling as a fruit. 2-month honeymoon to Quanto. Yeah, he's been out there a long time. Well, that's very nice, everybody. Thank you so much. Thanks for all the help. And I'll be thanking everybody, of course. But that's a big milestone, and I really appreciate it. You guys are very kind. So Feeney just subscribed. Okay, so all right. Well, so far so good. Everything seems to be working out pretty well here. Okay. 2Yi just subscribed, or 2Y or it could be 2Y the number 2 in Roman numerals. Meanwhile, heat 2 tablespoons of oil on a frying pan in a medium heat. So here we go. We're already out of the gate here, going for it. 2 tablespoons of oil. I have all-purpose oil. It says on there canola, but I think that's the same as vegetable. Alexa, what's the difference between canola oil and vegetable oil?
From nativefruit.com. The main difference between canola oil and other types of vegetable oil is that canola oil generally has less saturated fats than most vegetable oils. Okay, so we have sort of a healthier version of our oil here, but
that's okay. And it says that it wants it on a medium-high heat, which is what we have. Season our sliced beef with salt and pepper, and we're going to cook and stir it in hot oil. Okay, I see where they're going with this. This is, again, this is supposed to be a tri-tip. I don't have that, but we're going to use this stuff here. It's called the Ultimate Plant-Based Breakfast Sausage. And if you look on the picture, it looks really good. But I don't know if it's really good in real life, but I guess we're going to find out. It's opening pretty well. So it looks like there are 3 servings, and each serving is 2 patties. I don't know how much we're going to need here. Let's just do, well, let's just do 3 of them. And if you look at the directions on this thing, it says heat the vegetable oil in a non-stick, place the patty, cook for 6 minutes, turning carefully, and it says continue cooking for 5 to 7 minutes, which means 6 minutes, of course. But all right, so I'm reading 2 different directions now at the same time, the one for the product and then the one for our recipe. But our recipe wants us to season the sliced beef with salt and pepper. So I'm going to use our pepper grinder as well as our salt grinder. Grinder is also a website of some sort, I understand. Let me find a knife. I'm going to cut these into tri-tips. I think tri-tips means you just want 3 tips. Okay. There you have it. And it wants us to season that with salt and pepper, which we did. Cook and stir in hot oil until just cooked and the juice gets released. Use a slotted spoon to transfer the beef to a plate. Okay, so we're going to put this in there now. I thought there'd be some kind of sizzling going on, but I don't hear any. Let me grab my spoon. Maybe this thing hasn't heated up quite enough yet. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in the camera because we always lose. There we go. Okay, so we're getting started there. Sometimes it's good to look a couple of steps ahead. Alexa, how much time left on the timer?
You have 14 minutes left on your 24-minute timer.
Okay. We're going to cook and stir the onions in the beef drippings in the pan. Okay, so it looks like we've got a little bit of time here. Maybe one thing we can do is we can set up the Henry's Kitchen game, the new game that my friend Mark Cohen did. It's still in its testing stages. Let's see here. I wonder if I'll be able to find it. Sorry, I'm going to get this. It's just going to be, having a hard time finding it, but I will. Here, okay, I finally got it. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. And then the next thing that I need to do is set it up so that you can see it. So boy, this is so difficult for me. There's some button that I'm supposed to push. Sorry. Okay. One day I'll be much better at this kind of thing, but I think I've got this. Okay, so this is a new game called Ant Killer, and it's based on a real time in my life when I had a lot of ants in my kitchen. And what we're trying to do here is we are trying to kill ants. So I'm going to put on my game controller here. And there is a link to it. I'll tell you, it's Mark Cohen, markcohen.net/ants/ and a couple of people got it last time. It's still in its very beginning stages, but let's go ahead and try to kill some ants. So that's me in my kitchen, and then you want to kick them with your feet. Oh, I guess the game designer Mark added some extra sound effects. Sounds like he's singing or something. I don't know. It's a very high-tech situation we've got here. What you're trying to do is you're trying to avoid getting hit by the red ants. Uh-oh. Yeah, I got squashed. There's a couple people out there. I think Astro at the Grim got 103, and somebody else on the Discord did too. Okay. Beelzebub likes the new background music. That's great. Okay, so I'm going to try this one more time, and then we've got more work to do. So somebody did, a couple of you guys got to 103 and then the game stopped. Let's see if I'm able to do that. I'll bet some of the really good gamers on Twitch here could probably really nail this game. If anybody has the link from based on what I told you, please post it. Wow, this is the best one I've had. This is 28. Oh no, I think I got 33. Ah, okay. All right, well that's enough of that. Okay. So that's Ant Killer. Uh-oh. That was my email. All right. Whoops. Everyone type Forsen says, have you heard about the new restaurant called Karma? There's no menu. You get what you deserve. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I would find that a little frustrating myself, but maybe it's good. I don't know. Let's go ahead and see how we're doing with our meat here. These aren't really cooking the way I'd like them to, and it's making me wonder, is this thing even on? Oh, I haven't pushed start. You have to push start. Ah, jeez. Okay, so there's a start button on this thing, so once you input the amount of heat that you want, you have to push start. Alexa, how much time left?
You have 8 minutes left on your 24-minute timer.
Okay, so let's go ahead and mix these up. So these should start cooking now. I was a little concerned because I wasn't smelling anything. So let's take a look. Always good to look ahead a little bit. The large onion is supposed to be sliced into strips. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's slice them into strips. How do we do that? Oh yeah, I'm going to have to put it on this camera here. We've got our large onion. And I'm just going to... Strips is not very difficult. It's not as difficult as dicing. Dicing is really the hardest thing you have to do in the kitchen. But let's go ahead and peel this. What I might do is I might cut this 4 ways. And by the way, I am using my onion goggles for this because I do not want to be crying while we're making this dish. I'm in too good of a mood. Okay. So it says strips, which is a little vague. That's another one of those code words that these highfalutin chefs use to try to keep the regular people out of the kitchen. But I'm going to say that strips is probably similar to wedges. So let's go ahead and finish peeling this now. Also, our fake meat is cooking pretty nicely here. Just going to stir that a little. Okay. Hey, Blaze God just resubscribed, so thank you very much, Blaze God. I also have Hoax Dad subscribed, and Beanie, and Typical Flores, and Super Potatoes 1989. So thank you, everybody. I'm going to turn the heat down on this a little bit. It's a little hot. Let's go back to this. I'm doing a little bit of a rush job on this, but that's because, let's face it, guys, I've already shown you how to cut onions so many times. But yeah, there we go. Lust for Life 777. Will we ever see a cannabis cooking stream, or do you not partake? No, that's actually in the works. I have my friend Kevin, and we talked about making brownies, cannabis brownies. But maybe that'll be my first guest appearance here on the live Twitch streams. Okay. EU just resubscribed for 6 months. Wow, thanks EU. Okay. So these are wedges or strips, whatever you want to call them. But the most important thing is that you separate them into cups of sorts. Okay. Herring just resubscribed. Thanks, Herring. Just trying to separate these. And okay, so we're gonna try to let our meat cook probably for another minute or so, and then we're gonna put in our our onion strips. So let's take a look at what we're doing here. You know, I put so much oil on this, and it still came out all burned and sticky. I don't know if that's the corn syrup from the candy corn that we made, or what's happening there, but it really is pretty depressing. I don't know why I can't seem to get a clean cooking experience in this pan that I have. Maybe there's something wrong with it. I put a lot of oil down, as you saw, so it's not really my fault. Let's get a plate to put this on. It said use a slotted spoon. Use a slotted spoon to transfer the beef to a plate. I have a slotted spatula, which hopefully will do the trick. Uh-oh, I just heard roast beef. But anyway, one thing at a time here. I'm going to move this onto our plate. Okay. Chunky Buttons just subscribed. Thanks, Chunky Buttons. And there's just the one more. Next up, we have this hot, steaming pile of meat juice continuing to cook, so I want to try to do this quickly. Alexa, how much time left on the timer?
You have 50 seconds left on your 24-minute timer.
Okay, so that's almost done, so we got to really hurry up here. Cook and stir onions in the beef drippings in the pan until translucent, 3 to 4 minutes. A lot of math in here. Stir in tomato and amarillo. Okay, so this is going to be called en su jugo. En su jugo means literally in your own juices. So the juices that we just had from the meat are going to serve as sort of our broth, if you will, to cook our veggies in. That's called en su jugo. You're literally bathing in your own juices. So let's try. Alexa, stop. I can't worry about the French fries right now. I'm going to do that. I'm going to check on roast beef. Okay, so what we have here now is we've got onions cooking, en su jugo, along with, I'm going to put that on a low heat, along with our meat strips, and now it's time to take out our French fries. want to use a meat folder. Oh yeah. These look great. Whew, very hot though. Sometimes I get confused about which camera we're going to use here. Let's go ahead and just start putting these on our plate. I don't know if they're going to end up on that plate or not, but we'll put them there for now. These fries are pretty great. I wonder if we could just, if the dish doesn't work out, we could just eat the fries. We're doing real authentic Peruvian cuisine now. When you guys are done with this, you could probably open your own Peruvian restaurant. Maybe a French restaurant as well, I'm not sure. Okay. So, there we have that. I'm going to put this back where it came from. And I'll let that dry a little bit. So, I was in kind of a hurry, but I kind of buried the meat, but it's under there. We're probably going to have to figure out a better place to put that. Take a look at our onions. Still going strong. I want these to be a lot more cooked. Our onion cups. Why don't I, in the meantime, grab something to clean these onions with. I'm going to grab a second plate, and I'm literally just going to scoop these. If you clean while you go, you'll notice that you don't have such a huge load to deal with at the end. So, there's that. Let's go ahead and put these fries, now that they've cooled down a little bit, on their own plate. I know you guys have questions, and I'm going to get to them, but I'm a little stressed for time right now, because this is one of those dishes where you're doing a lot of different things at the same time, and it's very stressful. That's why cooking is a little bit of a young man's game, and once they get to be about my age, they usually retire. But you'll still see some septuagenarians up there on YouTube explaining things here and there, which is good. All the power to them. Let me see if you guys have any questions here. Bushman Goat says, so sprinkle some sugar on the onions and cover it. Yeah, I could do that. Ranch Tourist says, hi Henry, for this dish do I have to use crinkle cut or can I substitute with curly and my own self-loathing? Yes, you can use any type of fry that you want. Double Leopards says, was there a comparison picture? Oh yeah, that's a great point. We do have a picture of what we're going for. This is what we're going to end up with when we're done, and it's going to be beautiful. It's really going to be wonderful, and we already know that the fries have come out pretty much perfect. I might even have to have one right now. That's good. It's called Orida, is the name of the thing. Okay. Let's see here. I have two different places to look. Will canned French fries do the trick? That's all my gas station has. Yeah, I would imagine any kind of French fries. It's just that your dish might end up tasting like shit if you use gas station French fries, but at least you're making it. Ram Ranch Tourist says, "Hi Henry, for this dish do I have to use crinkle cut?" Oh no, we already went over that. Crinkle cut, curly, and your own self-loathing. Again, any kind of fries that you use. Mathav, could I achieve the same results as you? I doubt it. Again, I've been doing this a very, very long time, and I don't, well, for one thing, I don't need my onion glasses anymore, but I've been doing this a very long time, and I don't want you guys to see me moving around here and doing everything in an impressive way and get intimidated. Mega Gildy, what are the best type of French fries? Crinkle cut, sweet potatoes, smiley wedges, tater, or classic? I'd probably go with the tater as my personal favorite. Alright, let's see what's going on here. We've got our onion cups looking pretty good. Let's take a look at our next order of business. Cook and stir onions ensu jugo for 3 to 4 minutes. We've beaten that. By the way, 3 to 4 minutes would have been 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Stir in the tomato. And by the way, the tomato is supposed to be peeled. I'm not peeling a tomato. That's ridiculous. Seeded. Kind of a pain in the ass there. And sliced into strips. Again, with the strips, we're going to go with potato wedges. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'm going to just transfer these beef strips onto the other plate, and we're going to use tomato. And we're just going to cut it into wedges. If you guys want to get a little closer up here. This stuff is definitely starting to smell. Okay. The tricky part is getting it to stand up on the wedge to be able to cut it. Might want to use a technique like this. But yeah, wedges and strips are basically the same thing. I finally got a little technique here. Oh boy, this must be not a very ripe tomato or something, because it doesn't seem to want to cut. It wants another tomato in there too. I don't know. I think we might be good with just one tomato in this situation. Let's go ahead and add this to our ensu jugo. And stir that around a little bit. I'm going to put it back on high. You know what? Yeah. That might be all the tomato that we need. In fact, we might have too many onions. But you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Yeah, I don't want to half-ass this. So let's go ahead and cut again. So we're cutting it first into quarters, which is easy. And the difficult part is trying to cut the quarters into halves so that you have a total of 8 strips. But this one's cutting a little easier than the other one, or maybe I'm just getting better at it. That happens too. improvement in the kitchen is something that you'll notice right from the very first couple of times, all the way through the rest of your life. Okay, let's go ahead and put this in there. Ensu Hugo. And I think we've got a little bit of time now. Maybe we could do one of the songs that you guys have requested. I'll put that on a low, medium low heat. Oh, almost forgot. I got so busy with my cooking, forgot to pour myself a nice hot cup of joe. I told this story last time, but I think it's worth retelling because it was very significant. I was on the plane and I got kind of excited because they were bringing a cart full of coffee, and it was about maybe 3 p.m. And there was an elderly woman sitting next to me who said, "I don't know who in the hell wants coffee at 3 p.m. And I was about to tell her, well, I was going to get some coffee, but then she goes, "Unless you're one of those assholes that drinks it all day long." And so when the cart came by, I just said, "No, thank you." But after that, I was thinking, am I an asshole for wanting to drink coffee all day long? Maybe. But okay, maybe it's an addiction. Pop just resubscribed, and Chunky Buttons and Hernk. Thank you guys. All right. Well, we have some song requests, so maybe I'll do those. Hold on a sec. Grab my guitar. Can you hear me okay? I know there's a little bit of noise coming from the thing. Help! Irono Cloththorpe, Iron Octothorpe, says, "Hey, I would like to cook this dish, but I don't have the tomatoes, veggie patties, french fries, or cooking oil. Can you please suggest some alternatives? Oh, also onions flare up my IBS." Thank you. I don't know if IBS is your computer, but Iron Octothorpe, don't worry. If you don't have the veggie patties, you can use regular meat. I'm just using veggie patties in this situation. Hacklin says, "My roommate has still not returned since I made him one of your delicious dishes. The landlord came in and wants the rent, but my roommate is not there to pay his half." Okay. Maybe I can bribe him with Lomo Saltado. Do you think that could work? I think it could. Lomo Saltado is already smelling delicious in my kitchen. So I think that might, if you just start cooking it, they'll start coming. IBO 9000 just resubscribed. Thank you, IBO 9000. We're going to do a little song for you here by an artist who sadly passed away, which is all too common amongst rock and rollers. This guy passed away maybe about a year ago from, I believe it was COVID, or it was during the COVID pandemic for sure. But he was definitely one of my favorite artists, and the song itself was written by someone named Jim Steinman, who was a co-songwriter of his, and they wrote a lot of songs together. And we're gonna miss him. The artist that I'm talking about is Meatloaf. And then Jim Steinman got in a fight with Meatloaf that wound up lasting for the entirety of both of their lives, and they never spoke to each other again. But right after Meatloaf died, Jim Steinman died, and I think there's something very sad about that. I guess it's always sad when rock and rollers die. It's sad when anybody dies, but I'm going to stir a little more of my Ensu Hugo. Okay. You can hear that okay? The Queen, LOL, says, I would do anything for lunch, but I won't do that. Yeah. And Mabioko, are you making meatloaf? No, we're not making meatloaf. Raziel's Lament says, I love Meatloaf and also the musician. Purple Donut Filling as a Fruit says, it's always sadder when people who have more money than me die. Yeah, it is sad. But this is a beautiful song that Meatloaf and Jim Steinman left behind. And this is their legacy, and we're going to celebrate that right now. I think I'm going to put it in a different key, though, because I can't sing as high as Meatloaf. Baby, we can talk all night, but that ain't getting us nowhere. I told you everything I possibly can. There's nothing left inside of here. Baby, you can cry all night, but that'll never change the way that I feel. The snow is really piling up outside. I wish you wouldn't make me leave here. I poured it on and I poured it out. I tried to show you just how much I care. I'm tired of words and I'm too hoarse to shout. But if you've been cold to me so long, I'm crying icicles instead of tears. I fucked that part up. And all I can do is keep on telling you I want you, I need you, but there ain't no way I'm ever gonna love you. So don't be sad, don't be sad, 'cause 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Don't be sad, 'cause 2 out of 3 ain't, relishing that chord a little bit, bad. Stir up our Ensu Hugo a little bit. So here's the bridge. I can't lie, I can't tell you that it's something I'm not. No matter how I try, I'll never be able to give you something, something that I just ain't got. There's only one girl that I will ever love. That was so many years ago. And though I know I'll never get her out of my heart, she never loved me back. That'd be funny if the song just ended right there, but no. I remember how she left me on a stormy night. She kissed me and got out of our bed. And though I pleaded and I begged her not to walk out that door, she packed her bags and turned right away. And she kept on telling me, she kept on telling me, she kept on telling me, I want you, I need you, but there ain't no way I'm ever gonna love you. So don't be sad, don't be sad, 'cause 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Now don't be sad. The Queen LOL says the onions. Oh, yeah. I'd say this is coming out pretty good. We've got onion cups, or onion strips as they call them in the recipe. And then we've got onion wedges, or tomato wedges. Okay. Or tomato strips as well. Schuber13 just resubscribed. Thanks, Schuber13. And we also have Ibo9000 resubscribed. Pop and chunky buttons. Okay, I'm going to put the guitar away for a second. And let's take a look here at what the hell we're doing. Cook and stir onions in beef drippings in the pan. We're doing that until translucent, which means light can be seen through it. I guess you can see the light through it. Stir tomato in sujugo. Cook until the tomato softens, which is pretty soft. Pour in vinegar and soy sauce. Okay, so we're going to use some of our distilled white cleaning vinegar, and of that we want 1/4 cup, which is actually significant. So I have 1/3 cup, so I'll probably use a fraction of this. Alexa, how much of 1/3 cup is 1/4 cup?
This might answer your question. 0.3333 cups is 1.333 cups.
Okay, so maybe about a half of this. There we go. So let's pour that in, and it also wants some soy sauce. I'm pretty sure I have I have some soy sauce from a Chinese restaurant that I ate at recently. So we're just going to use that. It wants a dash of soy sauce to taste. Again, this is another one of those kind of codes that the chefs use when they make their instructions to keep normal people from being able to do it. But a dash of soy sauce to taste, what they're basically saying is you need to have soy sauce in there in order to taste it. And that's all. I'm having a hard time finding something to open this thing with. But there we go. Alright, we'll stir that up a little bit. Boy, that vinegar is very pungent. Maybe that's part of how they do it in Peru. I don't know. But oh boy, it's very pungent. I might have used too much. I'm starting to get worried. Also, with cleaning vinegar, they're usually distilled to certain extents. But add French fries and beef to the pan, cover and cook until the beef is cooked through. Okay, so that we can do. We've got our French fries and our beef, which pretty much just looks like a standard meal you would get at a diner. I'm going to have one of these French fries. And we're going to pour that all into that. Bushman Goat says more heat. Yes, I think you're right. I'm going to put it on medium. It was on medium low. Let's stir it around a little bit. Bushman Goat might be somebody who actually knows how to make this dish. I'll admit that this is the first time that I've ever done it. But now I understand the vinegar situation a little better, because what's happening is that we have so much food in there that the vinegar is getting diluted by the other flavors, which is nice. Moop and Scoops just resubscribed for 6 months. Desolate Reality says, how much would it cost to have you as a live in-private chef? Probably, I'll be honest with you, not too much at all, as long as you allowed me to talk to the people at the party, if it's a party, or if it's just one person, if you don't mind me eating some of the food that I cook. But you know, I'd have to look into what other cooking explainers like Guy Fieri or Gordon Ramsay would charge for that type of thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and cover this up. And it says we want to cover that up until add French fries to the beef in the pan, cover and cook until beef is cooked through, about 3 minutes. Alexa, set timer for 3 minutes. Alexa, set timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes, starting now.
Okay. Season with salt and pepper, which we've already kind of done.
Okay.
Sprinkle with chopped parsley, which in our case will be Rosemary Pricks. That was somebody named Exaden 3300. Thanks, Exaden. And Schubert 13 and IBO 9000 and Moopy Scoops. The Queen LOL says, cover it up like Watergate. Yeah, that's a good expression, actually. Jeff Sterling, I once saw this dish called in the encampment of a traditional Peruvian tribal family. Interesting. Purple donut filling is fruit. Just had a one-word comment. They just said but. And it's got an asterisk after it. So I'm not sure what that means exactly. Burgundy just resubscribed for 6 months. Why don't we do another song? Oh, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned that song that I did was requested by Kaffee, Kaffee, with a couple of underscores. Kaffee, I'm not sure if Kaffee's joining us at the moment, but Kaffee definitely very helpful on the Discord with a lot of the song requests. But Kaffee's the one who wanted to hear 2 out of 3 Ain't Bad. And just give me a moment. Oh boy. Really making kind of a mess here, but we'll get out of it. Okay. I'm going to do another song for you here. This is a song that was requested to us by someone on the Discord named E Sheep, the letter E and the word sheep. This is a song by another band from way back, my generation. The band's called Duran Duran, and I'll be honest with you guys. I've been a little busy taking care of regular life type things, and so I've had to. Alexa, stop. Oh. This is probably ready, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it off, and then that'll be ready for us. But I've been a little lazy, and I'm only picking songs that I've heard before, because they're easier, but I am going to get to some of the more difficult ones. There's some really great requests on there. So thanks for that. And then here we go. This is really not very much of an acoustic song, but I'll try it. You saw me standing by the wall, corner of Main Street, and the lights are flashing on your windowsill. All alone ain't much fun, so you're looking for the thrill, and you know just what it takes and where to go. Sorry, it's terrible so far. Don't say a prayer for me now. Save it till the morning after. No, don't say a prayer for me now. Say it till the morning after. I'll try to do it better the next time around here. Feel the breeze deep on the inside, looking down into your well. If you can, you'll see the world and all its fire. Boy, it's a weird song. Take a chance like all the dreamers, can't find no other way. You don't have to dream it all, just live a day. Don't say a prayer for me now. Save it till the morning after. No, don't say a prayer for me now. Save it till the morning after. I don't know if I should keep doing this. I'm just going to do the chorus one more time and then we're going to be done. And I'll try this another time, but it's a lot harder than I remember. Don't say a prayer for me now. Save it till the morning after. No, don't say a prayer for me now. Save it till the morning after. Save it till the morning after. Save it till the morning after. Oh boy. Sorry about that. That was like bad 1 a.m. drunken karaoke version of it, but I did the best I could, and thanks for being supportive. Thanks, It Do Be Dat. Thanks for saying that was good. And some of these songs, you think that they're going to be easy, but then it's hard to find the right notes. I want to try something else here real quick. Oh yeah, so I have a lot of wonderful people that have come forward to help with Henry's Kitchen, and I want to take this moment to thank them. I thank them every time, but sometimes it might get boring, so I've decided to put it to a song. My thank yous in the form of a song that was requested once here. It's called King of the Road. That's the tune I'm using. And special thanks to Falcon and Dingo Bop, Dumb Beef and Hottest Bear, Do Dingo Dog Goggy, Dr. Flanges and Bacchus, and also Bumble Vision and the LGX, Daisy Blossom and Sir Doom, Pilskman, Melon 95, and don't forget Quanto. I also want to say thank you to all the amazing streamers who have been so helpful in spreading the word of Henry's Kitchen. Number one, Nim. Nim is the guy who got me on this channel and talked me through starting it. And thanks, Nim. And also, I want to thank some recent friends that I made, which would be Amaru and Esfand and Bonnie. They let me into their house to teach them how to make Halloween cupcakes, and it was one of the best times I've ever had in my life. And I'm 53 years old, so that's saying a lot. So I want to thank them for that. And also some of the people that I've never met but show the Henry's Kitchen videos, like Moon Moon, XQC, and my friend Brian W. Foster, who's part of the Critical Role Gang. And I know I'm leaving some people out. Oh, and then also my personal friend, Bill Larkin Music, who improvises songs, and I watch him do it here on Twitch. Bill Larkin Music, just like it sounds. Larkin is his last name. I watch, and I'm just very impressed. And you can go on there, and he does parody songs and takes requests. So anyway, let's see what we just made here. This is the authentic Peruvian. Well, it's too hot here. Hold on. Lomo Saltoda, as suggested to me by a guy that I met at a bar last night. So let's go ahead and pour this out. I'm not sure presentation-wise what we're supposed to be doing with it, but let's see here. I'm going to widen this a little bit so that we can see more. I'm going to be honest with you, it doesn't smell great, and I think that has to do with the vinegar. But it looks pretty good. I want to take a look at how it relates to our main picture here. Oh, it looks like we've forgotten the rice. So let's go ahead and do that. I have some rice left over from some Indian food that I had about 2 weeks ago. But actually what I found is when you're cooking with rice, it's better to use old rice because it's just easier to manage. And you'll hear a lot of people say that. So I'm going to put our rice into our dish here on the side so that we get a similar presentation to the one that they had there in the picture. And I don't know whose picture that was originally, but this is it, guys. This is Lomo Saltado, the authentic Peruvian dish, which actually was influenced by Chinese immigrants to Peru. And if you compare it to what we're going for, oh, I almost forgot we're supposed to add the rosemary pricks on top. So let's go ahead and do that. I've got a fresh batch here, and this is going to give us a little bit of our green. Now this smells good. The rosemary is really offsetting the vinegar, which is nice. The vinegar is so bad actually that I'm afraid, a little bit afraid to eat it, but I will because I don't like to waste food. But it is kind of weird to put the same stuff that you use to clean under your sink to put that in your food, but whatever. As the American people say, whatever. I I'm sure a lot of people say that actually. Okay, so there we have Lomo Saltado, the Peruvian dish. And if you compare it to the one in the picture, I think I'm going to say we did pretty damn good. Yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. See if you guys have any questions here. Burgundy just resubscribed. Okay. Beelzebub says mine looks better. Thank you. Sonia just subscribed. Borsenvin says way to fail, Henry. Well, thank you. It sounds very encouraging when you put it that way. Your Scylla says looks so beautiful. Thank you. There's a nice compliment from Jake Jacobs. Says this is one of your least unappetizing dishes yet. That's really cool. Thanks. Flying Sausage says identical to the picture, so that's good. Phil Murray says, how do you remove the garlic smell under your nails? That's just, you just got to wait for that to go away. Snisku says, what kind of spices do you use in your coffee? You know what? In the autumn time, I like to use a little bit of allspice, which if you're not familiar with it, it's pretty much all the spices. And that's not to be confused with all herbs, which is all of the herbs, which would include the rosemary pricks and the parsley, which is what they wanted on here, but we didn't have any. Couple of other questions. Hero of Gaming says, I can't wait to make this dish for my wife and her boyfriend. Yeah, no, this is a good dish to serve to guests. Good Without God just resubscribed 3 months. Thank you very much. And then Kiroslavia says, when are you going to smoke on stream? I actually don't smoke. I did in my younger days just to try to meet girls, but it didn't work. So I figured, what's the point? Bruce Lee with 3 eyes, or Roman numeral 3. Can you call Forsen? He's crying. Maybe he needs onion goggles. Tenko VR says, oh, hey, Henry, let's awesome. Thank you, Tenko VR. I appreciate all the comments. And 8:30 reservation at Dorsia says, do you wear steel-toed boots in the kitchen to prevent any accidents? No, but there's a couple of times that I really wish I had been wearing those. All right, guys, I think it's time to go ahead and try. This is cheating because I'm just having a fry. We got to eat the whole thing here. I'm going to get a fork. It's definitely a lot of food. I'm going to try to get a bite that has the onion, a little bit of our meat, along with a fry, which so far is the best part. Okay. Yeah, it's still very vinegary. I don't know why they wanted so much vinegar, but it works. Interesting to taste what other cultures eat. All right. Okay. Nosy Lobster just subscribed. Thanks, Nosy Lobster. You know what? I'll be honest. That wasn't the best food tasting-wise. Quanathon just gifted Sorayaiku sub. Oh. It never even asked me to do anything with this. I don't understand. Was that, I guess this was supposed to go in there. Was anybody following along? Oh, I got it. It said stir in tomato and ají amarillo, which apparently is what you call a yellow hot chili pepper. I thought ají amarillo was another way of saying en su jugo, which means in its own juices. So I fucked that up. So I have an extra one of these. Maybe I'll use that for something in the future. But hey, listen. This is something that I've kind of dropped the ball on because a week ago I was trying to play the game Stray in honor of my cat roast beef. Toke My Nuts gifted 3 tier 1 subs. And thank you very much. Toke My Nuts. And here, I'm going to set up the roast beef cam for this next segment of the show. It looks like he's pretty fast asleep there. All right, so roast beef, as always, is fast asleep, but I've got the camera set on him as he sleeps. He looks a little bit like a piece of shrimp. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to play a little bit of this game that I like to think is the life story of Roast Beef, my cat. Again, he's a rescue cat. We don't know what happened to him before I met him, and probably never will, but I like to think that this game is his life story, and maybe when he dreams, these are the experiences that he's dreaming of. So, without further ado, let's get back into the game here. I was having a very difficult time with this one segment, and I hope I get better at it. You can see we've got roast beef and the camera down below, out on the patio sleeping. That way we can make sure he's not attacked by an eagle or something like that. But here we go, the game Stray. We're going to pick up where we left off. Okay. H134 Chai just resubscribed. Do you guys, do you hear the sounds at all okay? I mean, is that working? I always have to do a little messing around with that. Hold on. Is the game too loud, or? Thanks, Fawcan, for updating the game to Stray. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and resume here. Wait, another thing is I want to get the comments here. Sounds great. Okay, good. Frift says, do eagles often try to snatch roast beef? No, but it's just a fear that I have. Wait, I'm still trying a couple things here. This new monitor that I have is really great. I want to thank the people who have donated. Kazam says, how long have I been playing this game, Henry? And the answer is for it seems like months, because I'm not very good at gaming. My brain actually doesn't really work very well that way, and so I'm doing the best I can. You can see roast beef in the game is getting bored here, but just to catch everybody up, there's this little obstacle course that we have to do here. I have to make sure that I don't get in that drone's light. That's basically what's going on there. So I'm going to wait for him to pass. And I'm going to run past and go this way. And now we have the same situation. But what's cool is I can go into this box. And he can't see me in the box. If you think I'm good at this, it's because I've tried this part like 100 times. And then there's this guy who says he's looking for his keys. I lost the keys to my place in this dark factory. The sentinels refused to help me. They told me if no place to go, more work here. So I'm going to try to find this guy's keys, but every time I tried to find the keys, I wound up dying. So I'm going to mostly try not to die. If I'm behind here, the light can't get me. We learned that. Okay, so over here, there's a lever that I need to jump on. And it opens that door. And the way to get over it again, I can go behind here and then that light can't see me. Did it. Wow, I'm really jamming through this thing here. And then somebody here on chat last time told me that if I get in this thing's shadow, then I can avoid the light. But wait, I still never found that guy's keys, and I'm just going to look around. Okay, they're obviously not here, so I'm going to wait for another one of those things. Okay. Ah, I get it. This is the thing I've never done before. Of course. There's always a reason why there's some places that you can go in the game. So I've got that guy's keys now. Okay. So I really don't want to die in real life or in this game, because that's going to make me have to go all the way back to the beginning, and I just don't want to do that. I think I'm done with that part. Can't talk to this guy. Not sure what's going on here. That looks bad. Barrels, you can usually go in and move that way. Ah, I see. These are like electric shockers, but apparently they're not going to hurt me. Alright, what's going on here now? Whoa. This thing's following me. turn it off. All right. Cuckoo Allah says the lasers didn't hit. Yeah, I was surprised about that too because I thought the lasers would go through the place where I came into the barrel, but maybe they come from the other side. Oh. Slappy says I was supposed to go back and give the guy his keys. Of course. I hope it's not something that's important for the game. You need it to stay on that pressure plate, I think. Soryuku says. Pressure plates. Okay, I'm not familiar with that term. But... So, oh, I see what you're saying. Get it to follow me onto that thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're absolutely right. Every now and then you can ask your drone guy here. We made it into the factory. The atomic battery must be somewhere around here. I'm assuming that's what we're looking at. So, I need to do the same thing with this. Oh, that's doing something. The squares on the ground, evolving. Prezzo HSS Imp. Prezzo Simp says, I love your streams. Thank you very much. Well, I love streaming, and I love that we made a dish today that worked out pretty good. Maybe the barrel, it's Kate X says. Yeah, that's right. I can use the barrel. But the barrel is only going to go through that thing. But there was a moment. Quanto says, call the thing over to the fence and use it to get up over the fence. Oh, okay. Talking about that thing. Of course, okay. To turn it on. Yeah, that's pretty amazing to me. These games really never cease to amaze me. I wouldn't have thought of doing something that smart. Yeah, but now I can get up there. Excellent call. Thanks, Quanto. So now what? Now I've got this thing that'll follow me, but where does it follow me to? Oh. There it is. Okay. Ride to the Roomba to get into the caged room next to you. Boost a wolf. Oh yeah, these are like Roombas, aren't they? Which is another very cat thing. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you're saying that was what Quanta said. The lever. Now we're cooking. Blurry Little Quest says now we're cooking. No, we just finished cooking, but now we're definitely we're doing something. I'm gonna have another French fry. No, I was joking. I knew what you meant. They look like washing machines. You're right, Phil. All right. So the idea, I guess, is that we need something on top of each one of these things. So where's our other one? Okay. And then I think it was It's Kate X said you can use the barrel, and now we can use the barrel. This is all starting to come together. Wait, there's something up here too. I just knocked over somebody's coffee. This is great. Okay. Yeah. You guys are... This is amazing. Okay. So I've got them all green now. Do I just grab this thing? Oh yeah. Okay. That's done. We did it. Honestly, if it weren't for you guys telling me that stuff, it probably would have taken me maybe a month to do that puzzle. We got it. Vitamin B12, which is the name of my... Quick, let's get out of here before the Sentinels show up. We've got to get this battery back to Clementine. And at this point, I know this town like the back of my hand. So we're going to go out this way. Unfortunately, I don't know the back of my hand very well. Okay. Oh, we've seen these things. Nice. Okay. Access to lower level is restricted to organic life hazards. Please keep out of this area. That's all right. That's not where we're going. All right, we're going into the town. We've got this guy. Wait. Favorite part. That's never going to be not fun for me. All right. This guy doesn't say any. Clubs closed, get lost. Fuck you. Uh-oh. Roast beef seems to be getting up. Hold on. Well, he just got up, so I don't know how that... He's just going to be a kind of a pain in the ass, but I'm going to ignore him. And I'm going to close the door. Yeah, we might not have roast beef in the shop for a while because he moves around, but anyway. We've got our fake roast beef here, which is just as good. Oh, they're getting smart. Oh. Okay. All right, we've got business to do. What's this guy saying? Let's see what... we have the battery. Let's give it to Clementine. Yeah, I remember the apartments were over here. Oh, here we go. You think you can stop us from hanging our digs? You can steal our spot, but you can't steal our moves. What's this guy doing? Remain calm, a search operation is ongoing. But I'm a cat, so I can ignore that stuff. Oh shit. They've got drones. Oh no. I almost got killed right there. Okay, so they've got the drones now back. Wait. This thing wants to kill me. do I get in there? Yeah, robot police violence. There's got to be some way to get into that thing. Talk with Pinu. I guess I can go on the outside of it. Oh shit. Ah. There are boxes over there to hide in? Okay, well, I didn't see those. If it puts me back in the beginning, that would really suck ass. Oh, wow, okay. Oh, it didn't put me in the beginning, but it put me kind of far back. Alright. Just gonna go back to that place. Hopefully knock down that guy again. So you say there's boxes. Oh, I can go here. And they can't see me. That's good. Okay, so I need to go upstairs, I believe. Or no, I just need to climb that thing, maybe? Oh, I can go behind all the couches. There we go. Wow, this is a little scary. Okay. There's the stairs. Okay. Sorry I'm not looking at the chat right now because this is kind of a hairy situation. So I can't go that way. I know I need to get to, I think, the 3rd floor and the 5th apartment. So I need another staircase. Oh, there's a box. Okay. The drones look like they do patrols. You might be able to get past them by learning their movement patterns. Kid kicking robot. Yeah. I'm seeing that. Thanks. So I need to find the next staircase. There's one over there. That was my cat roast beef in real time. Okay. Sir Specs just resubscribed. I like being in the box. Okay, but we can't stay in the box too long. Oh, there's the staircase. Is this guy gonna go away? No, he's not moving, so I'm gonna go around. Whoa. Uh-oh. He saw me, but I jumped in the box. I just can't breathe right now. You gotta be so still. Okay, I think I lost him. So now, there we go. Oh shit. No. No, no, I don't want to die. Oh, fuck. This is a little, it's a little hard,
Okay.
On my blood pressure. Oh, I just missed one. Slippery Helm just subscribed. Thank you, Slippery Helm. Okay. Looks like the stairs are right there. I don't like this. Oh, I get it. There we are. We made it into that robot person's apartment. We did it. Kid kicking robot. I have a toothache that hurts like an absolute son of a bitch. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. I wonder if you were making Lomo Saltoda. Okay. So now we have to find that person. Clem? No sign of Clementine. Looks like a coded message. We're gonna have to play detective to figure out what happened. Look. B12 and the cat. The answer lies in my stuff, and there's 4 symbols. It's signed Clementine. Take a look. Wait, I want to look at that again. Yeah. So how do I do that? Oh yeah. I want to examine. So it looks like a flower, some kind of cone thing. Whatever, some weird shapes. I thought I saw one of those things right here, no? Okay. So we're going to go around the room. Wait, was that one of them? My sensors can only detect harmless chemicals in a gaseous state. They can't recreate a calming sensation I remember. Like me, companions can't smell, so I wonder why they do this. There's a message hidden in the container. It says, I'm with blank. Okay. So now we're in the apartment. So we just got to find these things. Is that another one? Are we sure that Clementines? I think there's something to find here. Oh. You found something. I don't see anything. Are you sure? Well, yeah. That's just furniture. What? Why is it doing this? Okay. I guess that's a red herring of some sort. All right. Keep pressing it. It felt like I was supposed to keep pressing it, but I don't know. I don't even... No. Just regular furniture. Ah, okay, I fell for that one. Alright, let's get another item here. Oh, it looks like roast beef is back in the shot. Hold on a sec. I'm not sure where he went, but he went on the patio somewhere. We'll find him. But all right, let's find out what we're supposed to be doing here. Inspect. Is this the way the companions here see humans? It's kind of funny. Look, something's been left here. It says come to. So I'm with blank, come to. So we have the two most useless. Okay. That's the place where we looked at the note, right? I think I see something up there, no? Sorry, I was elsewhere. I didn't even notice the message here. It reads, nightclub. I'm with at the nightclub. So now we just have one more, I think. I'm with blank person. Oh, there's a Y here. Oh. Oh, I just did something. Oh, I popped that thing open. Whoops. Oh, this is like a cool attic or something where company can stay or something. Or maybe it's that person's. There we go. The gem is of medium value, low purity. Maybe it acts as a beacon for us to find something useful. Bingo. I'm with Blazer. Alright. I'm with Blazer. Come to the nightclub. That's it. We don't have much time. Okay, so that was a long way to go. Hold on a sec. I'm going to check on roast beef. Yeah, he'll be back. I'm not sure where he's off to, but... Okay, so we have to go to the nightclub. Let's see if anything happens here. Just going to do something real quick here. Okay, so now we got to go back with all those drones, I guess. I guess we can sleep. But we got to get out of here. How do you get it? We got to find that window that we came in. I think it was in the kitchen. I hit that thing by accident. Is it here? That's another red herring, but we don't need it anyway. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh boy, back on the drones. Oh shit. How am I going to do this? Oh, that's right. We went through that thing. Let's get out of here. All right, we're going to a nightclub. Knock this guy over. Yeah, back in business. Okay. And we got roast beef back in his spot. So everything's going well. Except for that I put the camera on myself by accident. Yeah, MM Newbie says there he is. He must have gotten away from the eagle. Okay, I remember there's a nightclub here, and there was that asshole guy in front. Oh, that was a good one. That's always fun. Right, this guy. It's not for you, go away. I don't think the bouncer's going to let us in. I think we're going to have to climb at the back. Well, that we can do. Everybody says the same thing. I hate this club. It's full of posers. So how do you get to the back? Trying to hug the corner here. Nah. Okay, I'll try the other way. Sometimes it's hard to control. Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to the back. Is that the club? Oh, here's a guy here. This person is saying, I work to clean the streets for others to mess it up. Anyway, that's how the world works. Oh, that was a waste. This guy showing up there. Gotta get up there. There we go. Can't talk to this guy? Guess not. My cat's trying. Oh, somebody says push him. Oh, that's interesting. What I wouldn't. This drone is useful, but I'm having my own body I'm feeling. I even miss hurting being hungry. No, this isn't helping, but what if we stayed just a little longer? Thanks for listening. I'm ready now. Okay, that was a bunch of weird stuff, but somebody said push that guy. I'm going to try to push that guy. Where was he? Oh, he's like on the other side. Oh shit. No, I don't want to go all the way down. How did I get here? Sorry, I'm going to get back to that guy. I can't push him. I can't do anything. Alright. My perspective is off. I want to get... Oh, is that the club there? How'd you get up here? You want to party with us? Here, jump up and get a drink. Yeah, we're in. We are in. Talk with Alex. What are you waiting for? Jump in. I'm not waiting for anything. Okay. Oh, here we go. We're like in a nightclub. Got a drunk guy here. I've been there. Maybe I'll knock this guy's shit over. Okay. Skink Pizza just subscribed. Hey customer, the access to the VIP balcony is closed. Some private business going on there. It's been reserved by Blazer. Okay, that's where we need to go. That's the guy we need to talk to. Blurry Little Quest says, Henry, are you a regular club attender? Nah, not these types of places. I like dark, danky places where you can sort of disappear and forget about the world. Okay. I wonder if I should have paid more attention to what that guy said. Let's see. Oh, we already know that. We're at the nightclub. Boy, that was kind of naive of that guy. DJ Matsy, let's get the party started. The first song has been requested by Blazer. Uh-oh. Sensing another puzzle going on. Can't talk with the guy. Whoops. Oh, I have to use an item. Oh boy, I gotta find something now. I get paid to get tonight's dance moves from the bouncer. He's the one programming the holograms. This guy. It jams the sentinels and it looks cool. This club sucks. When I tried to get to that stupid VIP room, they kicked me out. Can you believe it? So I stole this lever just for kicks. If you get me a drink, I'll get you this lever. I don't need it and don't want to be caught with it. Okay. Let's get this guy a drink. Shit. I have several complaints that we can't disable the holo dancers because some idiot thought it was funny to steal the lever. You want to drink something? I do, but what do I do? How do I get a drink? Alright, I'm gonna have to ask you guys. How do I get a drink? I'm not talking about in real life, but that wouldn't be bad either. But okay. Oh, is this a drink sitting here? No? Pay him with what, though? I think I gotta talk to more people here. Oh, Quanto said there's a drink at the counter of the bar. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Quano. Alright, so this club sucks. So I stole the lever. Well, we happen to have a drink. Thanks. Here you go. We've got it. Okay. Cash by Johnny Cash just resubscribed. Thank you, Cash by Johnny Cash. Alright, so let's go and use this lever now. Uh-oh. Am I supposed to jump on that thing? Ah. Now what happens? Oh, why? Oh, this is intense. Oh, I gotta configure them a certain way. Wow, they don't make it easy to get into this after party. Oh, here we go. God of War puzzle, fucking says. Take a quick shot. So again, roast beef is basically just dreaming of all this stuff. Wait, I forgot which way I was going. Let's meet this guy. Oh, wait. Sorry. I'm not sure how that happened. So, wait, you guys didn't see while I was playing there. Okay. I have a very good relationship, and I understand why people complain so much about them. So, uh-oh. Clementine. Oh, there's Blazer. 2 birds with 1 stone. You're not as clever as you look, little cat. Anyway, nothing personal. Business is business. Business is money. And I value money way more than friendship. They are all yours. I think we've been sold out. We've been sold out. Elowitz says capitalism. Yeah, it sounds like Blazer definitely is, at least, at the very least, someone who values money over love and all other things. Wow, what do we got here now? I'm in jail. Okay. Literally nothing I can see that I can do here to control. But that's probably okay. This is probably a good time to leave it on a cliffhanger till next time. But that was a pretty good round. Thanks for everybody's help. I guess it's that time to wrap stuff up. I'm gonna have another bite of my situation here. This was a great dish, guys. Lomo Saltado, and I want to thank the gentleman that I met at the bar last night who told me it was a good thing to do. Thanks, Brian Diaz 99. Just like here in Peru. Oh, you're in Peru right now. You should have some of this. Style Cramps. Thanks, Style Cramps. Good to hear from you. Very vinegary. That's not my favorite. But, you know, it'll work, I guess. I'll probably put it in the fridge and then microwave it. Anyway, thanks for spending your afternoon with me, or evening, or whatever it is. Thanks to all the moderators, and thanks, Quanto. Thank you, everybody, for joining me midweek here, and I hope you all have a great rest of the week. And I'll be back to normal on Sunday at noon Pacific time with a new recipe for us all, and maybe some more Stray and some more games. I'm sorry, more songs. So keep the songs coming on the Discord, and thank you very much, everybody, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your week.